time I saw you, I knew right away. Made up my mind you would be mine someday.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to bring to you guys a new video. I know it's been a little while since I last filmed. To all of you guys still in school, high school, college, whatever it may be, good luck on all your final exams. I'll be praying really hard for all of you to finish strong. And if you're already out for summer, I hope you're having a blessed and beautiful summer so far and continue to throughout these next few months. I am back at home for the summer. I finished about 2 weeks ago, and I'm working for my dad again and really prepping for Miss Teen USA, so it's been super exciting here. But for today, I'm not going to be bringing to you guys a beauty tutorial or makeup tutorial or anything like that. I'm going to be kind of sharing my experience as Miss Michigan's Teen USA this year and the opportunity that really changed my life forever. Trying something new is always a good thing. It's always cool to step out of your comfort zone and really try something new. So for me, I am not familiar with pageants. I've never done them before, and doing this was really something that was bizarre to me, and you know, it felt uncomfortable at first, but I'm here to share my experience with you from a winner's point of view and from a contestant's point of view. So before and after and the whole 9 yards. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. And if you're interested in pageantry, especially competing for Miss Michigan Teen USA, please keep watching. So first and foremost, I want to inform you guys that I have had no previous experience with the Miss Universe organization before I had competed for Miss Michigan Teen USA. This was my first pageant affiliated with them, and it was very foreign to me. I saw actually on Facebook someone was promoting, or someone shared something with Miss Michigan USA and Miss Michigan Teen USA, and I thought it looks really awesome. I checked out their website and I was reading up on it and, you know, really looking deep into the teen aspect of it, and I just got a good taste in my mouth. I was like, you know, this seems really cool. It's cool to step outside of my comfort zone. I just want to try it. So I convinced my parents to let me do it, and you know, my journey then began. Orientation came. So I went with my mom and I got there, and that initial feeling of competing just really sunk in the moment I sat down. And I was listening to my director now speak, and her knowledge and insight on the organization was very, very inspiring to me. I just really listened in, and everything that she was saying just really fine-tuned the organization, and she was kind of just sharing her own personal experience because she is a former Miss Ohio USA, and sharing what she knew to the best of her ability to help shape those individuals that were competing for Miss Michigan USA, for Miss Michigan Teen USA, and for those that would then become the winners to go on and compete at Miss Teen USA and Miss USA. We also received a little pep talk from Iris Robert, Miss Michigan Teen USA, and also from Elizabeth, Miss Michigan USA. And that was really cool also to hear from a current title holder's point of view, the insight that they had on the organization, the way that it had shaped them, the pageant had shaped them and made them into the woman that they are, and the opportunity that presented itself to them, and how it just opened up so many doors for them. So it was really cool to hear about that. But one thing I will say is that when you go into that room for orientation and you see all these girls, it's a very intimidating thing to see all these beautiful women, to see all these contestants. You know, what they have to bring to the table is just so awesome because they're so talented, they're so beautiful, they have so much to offer. And you know, when I was sitting there, it just kind of hit me. I was like, okay, Maria, you know, you really have to think. You have to step outside of your comfort zone with this, which I already was doing by applying. But I had to think, you know, what was going to separate me from these other awesome, beautiful, talented contestants? And that was the one thing that I worked on, you know? I was working on my inner self-confidence, my inner positivity. I was thinking of all these great things and how to shape and become the best me that I could become. Next, you go to the actual competition. So the 2-day competition is held in Port Huron, Michigan, and it's at the end of September. I believe it'll be the same this year. And you get there and you check in and you make sure all your fees are paid and you have all of your great stuff. And you get your sash where you represent your county, or, you know, if you have a formal open pageant that you'd competed in and you won, you have that sash. Or if you competed in the Search Is On, you have that and you represent that. And you get there and you're in your interview outfits and you get in line And this is really where you start building friendships with the girls that compete. You know, you build that sisterhood with them because you're with them for 2 days straight, 24/7 really, and you just build this awesome friendship. But anyway, so you're there and you're in your interview outfit and you wait in line. And a lot of people, before they've competed, or even if they have, they kind of get nervous. It's normal to feel nervous before you go into an interview, but they think initially like, oh, like a job interview. I have to be quick. I have to be really smart. Yes, you do have to be knowledgeable and intelligent with your answers, but think of it as a formal conversation, and you're talking about yourself. And who knows you better than you do? No one. So it's really awesome because you get there and they have your paperwork in front of them and they're looking at it, and it's all about you. It's questions about yourself, and you know all those answers. It's just kind of we second guess it sometimes when we're in front of these people that are judging us, especially at a pageant. It's so normal. I did it. I got nervous. But when I walked into that room and I saw the panel of judges, that feeling of like holding everything in, like really tense up, it just shed right away, because I really relaxed my mind and I got into the focus. I was really focused and really confident who I was, because I knew all the answers to the questions they were going to ask me, because they're all opinionated. They're about me. So it's really, if you look at it, a formal conversation all about you. It's not a job interview. It's not the serious interview. No, they're just talking to you. They want to get to know you. This is where you can really let your personality shine, is in this portion of the competition. After interview, you go into rehearsals, and this is where Mr. Kent teaches you why do I keep messing up? He teaches you the routines for swimsuit and evening gown walk. And then you have prelim night, and entering and gracing that stage for the first time is a feeling that is completely indescribable. You walk on that stage and the way the lights hit you, and you turn around and you see the judges and you see that big audience, and your fans and your family are all clapping and yelling for you, and you see signs, and it was like, whoa, this is cool. And you walk and you grace that stage and you just own every last move, step, pose, just own it. No matter what it is, no matter if you mess up, no matter if you trip, just own it. Just own every walk, because you will walk on that stage and you will be like, wow, I feel great. This is so awesome. The energy is so upbeat, the music is playing, you're having fun, you're just gliding across the stage. It is a feeling that is completely indescribable, and I cannot explain it to you, because you have to do it. You just gotta do the pageant. But seriously, it really is something that is so, it's like an infectious energy that overcomes you, and you're just like, wow, I feel on top of the world. You never feel more confident or more beautiful in that moment, and you just shine on stage. And that's what I really, really, really did. I walked on that stage, and no factors were going to stop the way that I was going to present myself, because I am here, and I am here to bring the best me to the table. I'm going to make these judges fall in love with me. And that is initially what you really want to do. You just want to bring your personality out there. And it's finals night, and the judges have already seen you in an interview. They've already seen you on stage. They know what you look like. They know how you present yourself. And now it's just time. The top 15 is already narrowed down. The second you get out there and you introduce yourself, they're calling the names. And you're backstage and you're all lined up, ready to go out. And you walk on that stage for the last time and you introduce yourself. And I actually lost my voice for the pageant, so I sounded really raspy and really, 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 actually really terrible. But you know what? It didn't matter. So you go back on stage, and they say the top 15. In that rush, when you make it, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I did it. The next phase of competition comes around, and all these girls are really excited, and it's just an exhilarating feeling to know that you made it one step further. And if you do not make it, it is not to be discouraged about. It's nothing to be discouraged about. 5 different judges, 5 different winners, and that's how you have to look at it. It is a pageant. It does not matter. What matters is that you went on that stage and you brought the best you that you could bring, and you did the best of your ability, and you will walk away so happy. And I promise you that. Win, lose, draw, as long as you did the best that you could do, There's nothing to be ashamed of, there's nothing to be sad about, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing to be discouraged about. And that is the way you have to look at it. You have to be open-minded and you have to be optimistic. And if you do make that top 15, you go out and you stay focused. You stay focused and you stay ready and you stay on your toes and really in that moment. And that is exactly what I did and what the rest of the top 15 girls did. You know, initially it is one girl's fate. It is one girl's destiny to win. It's in her plans that God has for her. And if it's not in your plans, there's a reason that you entered it. You were brought into the organization to bring about your self-confidence, to bring about something that you needed to work on. And doing that pageant was in the step along the way. Everything happens for a reason. Every step, every move, every chance that presents itself to you happens for a reason. God presents things like that for a reason, and I firmly, firmly believe that. And during top 5 is when the on-stage question portion of competition is enabled. And this portion actually isn't judged. It's really just a filler in between where the judges can tally and add like their scores in, and it just really is like to fill in time. So they go about that, and a lot of times the contestants really get worked up about this. You know, you're on stage and you're asked a question and you're like, oh my gosh, there's a full audience and judges, and what if I mess up? You know, that's the initial thought. And I was very nervous for this portion actually when I was called for top 5, because I was like, oh my gosh, what if my question's like really hard? Or, you know, they're not setting you up for failure. That's really not what they're trying to do. We oftentimes overthink the question. And it's really hard to kind of ease our minds in that moment, because it's just like there's lights and there's audience and there's judges and there's so many people and there's oh my gosh, there's cameras, and what do I do? You just have to relax. You have to calm your mind. You have to put your mind at ease, and you just have to answer the question to the best of your ability. You have knowledge in your mind and you're intelligent. You have to believe in yourself that you'll answer and give the best answer that there is for the question. You just can't overthink it. So after the top 5 question, you're standing there, and this is when the crowning moment takes place. And for myself, this was a moment that I will remember vividly for the rest of my life. It just so happened that in my plans, this was my destiny, to become Miss Michigan's Teen USA, and it could be yours too next. It just was like this crown was placed on my head and a whole world was presented to me. A new world opened up, an opportunity that I never would have done before if I had not applied or been courageous and done something like this. It just opened up, and doors just swung open with opportunity. And it was a feeling that was just, it was so indescribable. I can't explain it. It was just a rush of excitement. I was so in awe. It was really an unreal moment for me. And it was so awesome because I wasn't expecting it. I went into this with nothing to lose. And that's the way you have to go into it, because it's just a pageant. It's just a pageant. It does not define you. And as I go on for Miss Teen USA, that's the same mindset I'm going to have. I have nothing. None of these girls, none of us, we have nothing to lose. This is our first time competing for Miss Teen USA. It is one girl's destiny and one girl's fate, and that is exactly what it'll lead up to. But on that note, I will remain positive, I will remain strong, and I will remain confident, because I know in the back of my mind, if I believe in myself and if you believe in yourself, anything can happen. Anything can come about, and you can do and be anything you want to, as long as you believe in your minds and you feel it in your heart and you're passionate about it. It will come about. And that is all that I have to share with you guys. I really, really hope that you found this very helpful for you in competing for Miss Michigan Teen USA, or competing in any pageant or anything that you do in life. You know, there's a lot of insight in this that can help you, for anything new that you want to try. Do not ever be afraid to try something different or try something new, because you never know the world that it will open up for you. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you all soon.
Hey, hey, hey!